Tonight, a story will unfold that no one else saw coming. A murder executed with such precision that even time itself seemed to fracture to hide the truth. Before the mystery begins, subscribe to The Silent Case and hit that like button. The Crimson Hall had a presence before anyone entered. Its towering windows, framed by tattered curtains, filtered the late afternoon light into jagged slivers that cut across the marble floors. The air smelled faintly of old books, polished wood, and something metallic, iron faint and unmistakable. At the center of the hall, a body lay unnervingly still, eyes wide open, staring beyond comprehension, as if the world itself had stopped for a single moment. No forced entry, no footprints. The doors, locked from the inside, sealed a crime that defied reason. Detective Carter Vale arrived with measured steps, the sound of polished boots clicking against marble swallowed almost instantly by the oppressive silence. The security footage presented fragments of the impossible. The victim, Eleanor Marlowe, had entered the hall 30 minutes earlier. The recording then fractured. Frames skipped. Moments disappeared, as though the fabric of time itself had been tampered with. When the footage resumed, she was gone. And yet, unmistakably, dead. The hall was a theater of contradictions. A painting on the far wall depicted the hall itself, yet subtle discrepancies hinted at impossible shifts, furniture slightly out of place, shadows curving unnaturally, a candlestick leaning by mere millimeters. Each inconsistency seemed insignificant alone, yet together they painted a tableau of deliberate design. An ornate desk drew attention. On it lay an open notebook, its pages filled with sequences of letters, numbers, and symbols arranged with meticulous precision. A silver pen rested perfectly at the edge, aligned with exacting care. A glass sat slightly off-kilter, and the antique clock on the mantel ticked backward for a single beat before resuming normal time. Every detail appeared crafted to mislead, yet each held the faint trace of a guiding hand. Windows that should have been firmly shut hung ajar. Drawers shifted as if nudged. Footprints appeared in dust, then vanished as if erased by invisible hands. A subtle hum vibrated beneath the floorboards, low and almost imperceptible, accompanied by the flicker of light through fractured chandeliers. Each anomaly whispered intention, signaling a carefully orchestrated trap. The first signs of personal targeting emerged in the finer details. The alignment of books on the shelves formed diagonal sequences, paintings tilted at precise angles, shadows cast unnaturally across the floor. A pen lying on the floor created a subtle scratch, imperceptible unless observed from exactly the right vantage point. Even the dust on the furniture seemed deliberately disturbed, marking a path for those able to perceive it. Beneath the staircase, faint carvings appeared, forming a hidden cipher. Letters etched with painstaking care spelled a single word: Vale. The impossible crime was no accident. Eleanor Marlowe had not only been investigating corporate corruption, she had traced threads of Carter Vale's own past. Every broken timeline, every minor contradiction, every misplaced object had been intentionally staged for one observer alone. The deeper the detective explored, the more the hall revealed. Small red herrings surfaced to test observation. A candlestick lying slightly askew suggested movement that had not occurred. A shadow along the wall implied a presence where none existed. The hum from the floorboards seemed to fluctuate, almost whispering secrets to those attuned to its vibration. The building itself had become a labyrinth of perception, each corner and crevice hiding intentional messages. Dusty floorboards yielded additional clues. Tiny scratches formed sequences, barely visible unless caught in the slant of light. Objects that had seemed insignificant, an empty glass, a bent frame, the tilt of a chair, revealed patterns when observed collectively. The hall itself functioned as both crime scene and code, each element contributing to an intricate puzzle designed for discovery by a single mind. Minutes expanded into hours as the detective moved deliberately, noting the impossible. Footprints leading nowhere, shadows contradicting light, subtle temperature changes where none should exist. Even the walls seemed to watch, their peeling wallpaper framing the anomalies, creating shapes that suggested letters, symbols, sequences. The impossible murder became increasingly incomprehensible, yet strangely intelligible when observed with unwavering focus. Symbols etched under the floorboards revealed deeper revelations. Lines, numbers, and letters formed a coded reflection of Vale's past, unresolved cases, mistakes overlooked, actions long buried. The crime had never been about concealing Elena Marlowe's death. It had been about delivering a message, exposing truths only one person could decode. Every detail, no matter how minor, carried meaning intended solely for the detective's perception. The hall's atmosphere thickened. Chandeliers swayed subtly, casting elongated shadows that crept along the walls. Dust motes danced in fractured beams of light, illuminating scratches and faint inscriptions. The hum from beneath the floorboards grew into an almost audible rhythm, as if marking a heartbeat, echoing in the chest of anyone attuned to it. Every anomaly demanded scrutiny, every detail was a breadcrumb on the path toward revelation. A candlestick on a side table suggested movement from the corner, yet no one had passed. The clock's hands quivered, then settled. A painting appeared slightly rotated when observed from one side of the room, perfect when viewed from another. These micro-anomalies had no practical purpose. They existed to mislead and to reveal simultaneously. The impossible had been staged meticulously, each element requiring careful observation to decipher. Beneath the final floorboard, a hidden message emerged. Carved with precise, deliberate strokes, it encoded fragments of Vale's own history. Decisions, regrets, failures, and secrets long buried. The crime had been carefully crafted not only to claim a life, but to force confrontation with the detective's past. The orchestrator had known the observer intimately, constructing a maze of perception, contradiction, and psychological pressure. The impossible murder was revealed as a test, a message, and a confrontation. Elena Marlowe's death had been the stage. The detective was the intended audience. Every contradiction, every shifted object, every broken timeline had been orchestrated with precision, designed to force recognition of hidden truths. The crime was intimate, meticulously tailored, and psychologically unrelenting. The hall seemed alive, pulsing with intent. Chandeliers cast shadows like living fingers that traced the floor and walls. Dust motes caught in the faint light revealed hidden scratches and symbols. The hum from the floorboards echoed the rhythm of perception itself, teasing recognition. Every step and glance revealed additional layers, forcing the observer to reconcile anomalies with patterns and patterns with truths. Outside, the world continued unaware. Streets hummed with indifferent life. Within the Crimson Hall, a labyrinth of deception, revelation, and meticulous orchestration had unfolded. Some secrets exist for selected eyes alone. Some crimes are designed not merely to claim life, but to alter perception, to confront, and to unsettle. As the final messages were revealed, the impossibility of the crime crystallized. Elena Marlowe had not merely been investigating a story. She had been tracing Carter Vale himself, leaving coded messages embedded in the very environment of her death. Every contradiction, every anomaly, every carefully misaligned object had been designed to communicate a truth that the world would never see. The killer had not simply known the victim. They had targeted the detective. The hall returned to silence. Shadows pooled in corners like ink, and light flickered across floors and walls, exposing previously hidden sequences. The impossible crime remained intact, an intricate labyrinth of observation, perception, and revelation. Detective Carter Vale emerged, having uncovered a truth meant for one person alone. The world outside would remain oblivious. Within the Crimson Hall, impossible precision had delivered confrontation, exposure, and revelation that no one else would ever witness. If this story held your attention, share the part that unnerved you most in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to The Silent Case to discover more stories like this, secrets the world doesn't know.